We are building something which will stay around and transform the payments experience in this country.
Hello everyone, I'm Julie Sweet. Welcome to another edition of Reinvented with Accenture. Let's welcome Jan Pilbauer, CEO of Etihad Payments. Today is a very special episode. Normally, we're talking about reinventing a company. Today, we're talking about reinventing a country. Specifically, the creation of an instant payment platform that completely changes the way business and people handle money in the UAE. This is a totally different level of reinvention in terms of its scale, ambition, complexity, and impact. Jan, it's great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Jan, this is really exciting. We've been so privileged to be a part of creating this platform called Ani. So let's start by explaining what the platform is and why it is so important.
It's something we call a payment scheme or a payment experience. So when now you want to send money in the UAE through Ani, we will not be asking you for these complex international bank account numbers, 20-something characters. No, you know the individual. You know her or his cell phone number. You know email or maybe national ID if you are government. So that's everything you need to send a payment.
Let's talk about where Ani is in adoption. 50 financial institutions, over 100,000 merchants, 1 million customers. How is it going so far?
So it has been an incredible journey. The month-over-month growth is very encouraging. We went live with a small number of financial institutions and their customers last October. And since then, we have been onboarding many more financial institutions. We have now more than 55 financial institutions connected to the platform. We have more than 1.1 million customers enrolled and using the platform. And we have more than 100,000 merchants offering Ani as a point of sale. But we are only starting. And that's not a trivial task.
Jan, help our audience understand why payments are now part of competitiveness for a country.
Recently, many nations started thinking about payments a little bit differently. In the past, nobody really wanted to think about payments. But digital economies need to thrive. Your competitiveness and future development is linked to how commerce happens. And when you think about it, there is no single commercial transactions which doesn't rely on a payment at some point. So the payments have to be fast, they have to be secure, they have to be convenient, and they have to be inclusive. Those are things which are not negotiable.
Let's talk about what's next. How do you see this platform fueling further innovation?
What we have designed together with Accenture are building blocks. It's almost like a network of roads. We have to put the physical infrastructure in place. We need to build the asphalt, the roads, the bridges. And then we also need to set certain rules, how people can use the physical infrastructure, right? What is the speed limit? Do you drive on the left or on the right? Where do you pay tolls? And the idea here is that you should not have to tear up the entire, physical infrastructure if some innovation comes along. So if there are electric cars or self-driving cars or anything new, we should not have to rebuild the bridges. And that was probably the biggest challenge we faced together with Accenture when you are building a national payments infrastructure for decades to come.
So Jan, when we think about Ani, you're talking about making something that was complex very simple. I know from having been a part of your journey that actually this platform is very complex to actually achieve the simplicity. Talk a little bit about your journey and the importance of partnerships.
We are the connective tissue of the financial ecosystem. So I think it's something very similar to you as Accenture. We can achieve things only through partnerships. It required us to align multiple organizations with sometimes competing objectives to work towards the common goal. And I have to say, in the UAE, I have seen commitment which I haven't seen anywhere else in my career.
I'd like to end, Jan, with advice for leaders, because you are leading a reinvention. It's incredibly complex. It has bold ambitions, and it could not be more front and center because it truly is reinventing something in a country, which means all eyes are on you.
It takes a lot of personal effort and energy and investment. I'm a technologist at heart, and I truly believe that if you use technology the right way, it can make the world a much better place. You know, I always like to talk about the art of the possible. And if you partner with many other players, it's not going to always be easy, right? But you need to have the enabling environment which allows you to really dream big and have an ambition which you completely commit yourself into. And that's what's quite exciting, the scope of transformation we are leading.
Yeah, and I can feel your excitement. It's so tangible. I cannot thank you enough for your leadership. Thank you for sharing this inspiring story, and thank you for allowing us to be a part of it.
Thank you for being part of the journey, Julie.
Oh my God, that was awesome.